Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on Nintendo Switch. I think a lot of us have been waiting for this particular version of the game. My feeling is that it's probably going to be the best seller of the bunch. But we'll see. It'll take a while for the final sales numbers to come in. Obviously, I'm not expecting 4K play like I do from the PC version. But the demo on both the PC and the Switch version were very, very similar, you know, just with the requisite drop in resolution. So I expect good things out of this. Yeah, Beatlemania.
The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guilds, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind. Countless innocents died, and though the Church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Gebel, the boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who was spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin.
Cosby.
10 years had passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Gebel is the architect of this new, blood-stained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Ah, interesting.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
It was Gebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know. I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to... there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Gebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
Development time.
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane.
Under budget.
But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
Plus, open the main menu and equip your item. Items can be equipped by selecting them from the item list.
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
I'll take care of it.
Shard, a crystallized form of demon power. It cannot be handled by an ordinary human being. Conjure shard. Press X to trigger a projectile magic. Consumes MP. Cerulean splash. Still sounds like a drink. Launch a bouncing ball of water at enemies.
Was that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get. If I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
Did you need help?
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
So unfortunately, it is not at 60 frames. It is at 30 frames, as you can clearly see. It's a shame they weren't able to manage a full 60 frames refresh. And it's not quite at 1080p either. A little bit less than that. However, kind of at the end of the day, it just matters how it plays. Consumables can be used by pressing plus under inventory. Like so.
This device responds to
Wow,
magic.
what the heck?
Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
Yeah, please. There are certain doors that are opened by holding Miriam's arm in front of it. Press the right stick to a designated direction. I'm actually really surprised they couldn't manage to get the 60 hertz out of this. Obviously, there's no anti-aliasing enabled, so it does look kind of shimmery. But it's not really a deal breaker, and quite honestly, after a while, you sort of forget how the graphics really look at the end of the day. But for those of you who are sticklers, just being honest with you. Chemist can drop a mana rose when destroyed. A mana rose is a magical rose that slightly replenishes MP. That's a great opening song. That's so catchy. Oh, it's interesting. For some reason, I thought the map would be larger on the Switch. It's because the resolution is lower. Smashing and a kick. Perform up to 3 spinning kicks by repeating the same command. Oh, I need the Kung Fu shoes. Well, I'm not going to use those things. They don't do like 1 damage. Yeah, it still plays really sharp. I mean, it's very responsive. It throws me a little off since it's not at 60 hertz. And I hate harping on that, but it still surprises me. Flail. Attack by using Valhammer's head as a flail. gun can be shot by equipping a consumable bullet. When you run out of the type of bullet that was equipped, the bullet will be replaced with a much weaker infinite bullet. Yeah, what a jerk squid. Squid turkey? It's not very good in this one. Yarr.
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Gebel, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like
to no longer be human.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken, convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense.
You told me our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Huh?
Master Gebel, we must return.
Yes. Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
Gebel, wait!
Let's see, Thrashing Tentacle. Attack foes with one of Vidbar's tentacles. The girl in the skirt using a tentacle?
Just a flicker. That was the Gebel I know. I will put a stop to all this.
Is it really a Japanese game? That seems weird.
Bloodstained.
We're here.
Was this a village? What happened to it? The demons Gebel summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
And you suck. Armand.
Thank you, Miriam. You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing or two about expelling demons.
I think you were just about to get your ass kicked.
An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. But you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger. But she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Gebel is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one Shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder after exactly 10 years.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Gebel my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Did you guys forget about me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right?
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
Boy, you really notice the clouds. Yeah, low resolution nature of the clouds.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
That's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
All right. But we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will.
Miriam, welcome. Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post.
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying.
No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can.
I can also buy shards from you if you no longer need them.
Wait, is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power, but there is a limit to how far that can go. And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption
May accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around? What are you looking to buy?
Ugh, God, look at all these items. Odachi. Oh, wow. Huh. There's actually quite a few things you can buy.
Is this right? Then we have a deal. Oh, I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. You can use it to explore further in.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe. They all have troubles that need resolving, if you can spare them the time.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
So there are still demons outside. Oh, they're so scary.
Dominique, what is all this machinery?
That is photographic equipment we've been working on.
Photographic?
To put it more plainly, it allows me to capture images of real life, landscapes, people.
What? Really? Can I try it?
Unfortunately, I don't have the silver bromide I need.
I'll see if I can find it. Be right back.
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them. What are we transmuting this time?
The pirate hat dropped my intelligence? Really? Who knew?
I'll go with this.
There, all done. Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you. I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder, considering the struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Eating a new food for the first time will provide Miriam with a stat boost.
Hi, Miriam. What are we transmuting this time?
Oh. I don't have Jack, apparently.
Johannes, can you tell me more about what happened 10 years ago?
It started when the interests of the rich shifted away from the spiritual and esoteric in favor of more material investments. The alchemist's research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons. So they warned again and again that demons would come if people let go of their spirituality. But people don't change that easily. So the alchemists took a more drastic measure.
You mean us? The Shardbinders?
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did. But at least you have the facts of it.
It's all right. Thank you for telling me.
Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You're watching Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on Nintendo Switch. Well, I am happy that it's on this platform, but man, they really had to make some sacrifices from the other platforms in order to get it to run. Unfortunately, you don't get to enjoy a 60 frames game. It's just a little under 30 frames. There are some pretty drastic cuts to the materials and the graphics, so it obviously doesn't look quite the same. The same basic structures here, and the game plays well, so you're not missing out as far as gameplay is concerned. But it does look significantly reduced compared to the other platforms. So, with that in mind, I would say that if the Switch is the only platform that you have that you can play this game on, then by all means purchase it, because there is still a good game in here. But if you do have a choice of another platform, unless they plan to do some major reworking of this game, I probably don't see that happening really. I mean, it would require like a major rewrite of everything, probably even the base engine itself, in order to get the same sort of performance levels that you would get from the other platforms. I would say seek it on another platform if you can. The Switch is perfectly serviceable, but it is a bit disappointing that they aren't able to at least keep the frame rate on par, because I think that's actually pretty important for a game like this, in order for its presentation to feel good. And in light of other games on the system, which are in the same genre and have already come out, well, you know, I can't recommend this over a Time Spinner on the same platform, which is a real shame. But I don't know. I guess make with it of you will, and if you're okay with the way it performs on this platform, then pick it up for yourself. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.